Okay, joining us now on the Miami Marlins Hot Stove Show, fellow noted cat lover, two animal lovers here, and one guy that hates animals. That
Easy
would
with
be
hates.
Steven. But Braxton Garrett joining us on the Miami Marlins Hot Stove Show. Braxton, I'll talk about baseball later. Can I ask you how that kitty of yours is doing? I saw him on Instagram.
My cat's amazing. My litter box is right behind me. I was trying to make sure it didn't get in the view actually before this, but no, he's great.
Oh, adorable. Did you adopt him?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we
Oh,
got him. I don't remember how long ago, 4 or 5 months, something like that.
oh, what's his name?
But he's amazing, Raymond.
Raymond?
Yeah, but he's usually just called Kitty by me. But
Oh, that's beautiful. Steven doesn't like animals, but I'm sure he's got plenty of questions for you.
Not true. I just never had an animal as a kid, so for me, it's been kind of foreign. It's okay.
you're too nice, man. There's no way you dislike animals.
Well, I appreciate that, Brack. So tell me about Friday. Friday was a really cool event with the Thanksgiving distribution. I guess what was that like, particularly with your girlfriend and with Nick and Luis was there? Just what was all that like?
Yeah, that was awesome. I'm not really sure what I was expecting. They kind of just told us it was a turkey giveaway, and we were excited to do it. And we get there, and it was huge, man. 1,000 turkeys, and the big stage and the DJ. It was awesome. But I know I had a good time. Chloe had a great time. It's just a great way to give back to the community.
What's your Mount Rushmore of your Thanksgiving plate? Your four things that you have to have.
Ham for sure over turkey, which angers some people. Mashed potatoes and gravy. My grandmother's corn casserole is amazing. And then my grandmother's peanut butter pie. I got to include a dessert.
Ooh. I'm sure this is exactly how you envisioned your off-season baseball interview going, isn't it, Brax? We've hit on the cat, the turkey distribution, and now where do you go for Thanksgiving? You going home, or is family coming to you?
So I'm actually staying here this year for the first time ever. It hurts. It's kind of weird, but I usually go home. My family either meets up in Troy or they, I think every other year they go down to Troy and we have a big Thanksgiving. And then on the off years, we just have them with our own families up in Florence, Muscle Shoals,
Are you even
Alabama.
going to attempt the turkey this year, or no?
We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna need some help. Definitely not on my own. Chloe's not gonna be here. She's going up to Alabama. So
Oh my
if so,
gosh.
if so, it's gonna be with a lot of help.
It sounds like you and the cat and your feet are going to be kicked up watching football all day long.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice and slow. It'll be nice.
What a dream. Hey, Brax, when you look back on 2023, what do you make of your season? We all thought it was fabulous, but what do you make of it?
Yeah, I'm really proud of it. I'm proud that I was healthy through the whole year. I was able to take the ball every time I was asked. I think that's one thing that us starting pitchers take pride in. And I think that's kind of a standard that Sandy's kind of set too, to kind of just go in his footsteps and take the ball every time. Yeah, and I just feel like I'm a guy who you knew exactly what you were going to get every night, which is another thing I try and portray. So yeah, there were obviously good and bad nights, but you knew what you were going to get from me.
Brax, in one of your interviews, you talked about how confident you were coming into 2023, and you weren't even in the rotation at the time. You, in fact, got optioned a couple weeks into the season. How did you stay confident, and what do you think led to that coming into the season?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of it had to do with last or the year before in 2022. I was definitely the best year I'd had as a pro, and I gained a lot of confidence then. And the option early, that stunk and that hurt a little bit, but it never deterred me or made me lose belief. I just worked really hard, and I just felt that I could build on what I did the year before and that I could learn more. So, just once I knew I'd get an opportunity. So I knew just once I got it, I just have to take it and run with it and kind of force my hand.
When you
What
talk about
was
belief and confidence, where did it come from?
Number one, my upbringing. My dad was awesome with that, and you know, he was just awesome in implementing that in me, and also just my work ethic and my off season and my routine. I put a lot of work into that, and I just believe that it's gonna come through for me whenever I get that opportunity. But yeah, just those two things mainly.
Brax, you told me a story growing up that your dad had something in the backyard with spots on it. Can you explain to the audience what that was?
Yeah, it was one of those nets, you could just throw the ball to or hit into. And he would just keep track of our strike percentage and our hit spot percentage. So yeah, I had a little travel ball team down there, and we'd have some of my pitchers from that team come over, and he would help work with them as well, and sometimes even his high school pitchers that he worked with. So it was always kind of a competition. He had this notebook with a lot of our different numbers during bullpens. So it was just one of those things we always made, whether it was a real game or not, we made it a competition.
All right, Braxton Garrett joining us on the Miami Marlins Hot Stove Show. Brax, take me to the postseason. You always hear about you don't know what it's like until you get there, and then once you get a taste of it, you'll be so much better for it. Why? What will you take away from that the next time you get that opportunity? Like, you'll be better prepared isn't the right way to put it. Because it's not like you just, cruise out of the hotel about 5:30 and said, I'll go give this a shot tonight. I'll see what happens. But why are you going to be better for that? What did you take from that that's going to help you moving forward?
Yeah, just the experience in its own was huge for me. One thing that I remember specifically is, I got out there and stretched real quick out in the outfield while all of Philadelphia is trashing me, and I knew 3 to 4 throws in with Flip, one of our bullpen catchers, that I was ready to go to the bullpen right then. I didn't even need warm-up throws. So maybe next time I'm in that position, maybe go out a little bit later, knowing I'll need a few less throws. But also, I feel I threw decent. I got into a little bit of trouble late, but in the end, once you get done, you're like, man, that was the same game. It's still baseball. It's just louder. That's how, D-Rob and Matt Barnes, they're like, dude, it's the same game. It's just way louder. So yeah, your adrenaline will get going a little bit, but I think the more you do it, the more you can control that, especially early in games.
So, Brax, career highs in almost all the categories you want to have career highs in, with innings and strikeouts. What's next, do you think, for you in 2024?
I haven't thought too much about that, but I know one thing. I'd like to up the innings again for sure. I want to again be a guy who will take the ball every time, stay healthy, know what you're going to get, and be a steady force for the team. So yeah, just get those innings up and keep being productive. Same productivity but more workload.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Are you enjoying the offseason, Brax, or did you get right back to it like 2 to 3 weeks later after this whole thing ended? What's it look like? What's the routine look like?
Yeah, so I got back into it about 2 weeks after. I got in for an evaluation probably a week and a half, and then took the rest of that week and got back in there. But it's been good. I work out at Cressy Sports Performance here in Palm Beach Gardens. There's a lot of hardworking baseball guys that go there, and a lot of good trainers. So it's easy to stay motivated in there. So usually just go there in the morning, try and spend as much time there, and then come home and play a lot of video games. My girlfriend might drag me to the beach, things like that.
You a beach guy? You like the sand?
Let's
I'm
go,
not.
Brax.
Me
Oh,
I'm
not.
not. Sorry, Steven.
Oh,
No,
cats and no beach?
Hey, we went out to Nick Fortes's birthday was the other day, and his girlfriend Allie threw him a big little party on the beach. We had a good time then, but it has to be a special occasion.
The sand gets in the car. There's nothing about it. Like, it just creates an absolute disaster.
I burn too. You know, it's just one of those things. I got to stay protected with shade and sunscreen.
Jeez. What video games you playing?
So I just got back into I've been into Rocket League. That's my main game, or has been for a long time.
Okay.
Kind of basically just soccer with flying cars in a short description. And then I'm back into Fortnite. So there's a new update. You know, I just followed everybody else. I jumped back on it, and it's been a little bit of fun. It frustrates me, makes me get off quicker. So
Steven, is our interrogation of Braxton over? What do you think? Is our hard-hitting off-season interview with Braxton over?
I got a couple more.
All right, fire away.
Where did you go in the off season so far? Did you go any trips?
Yeah, I went to Cabo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, stayed at a resort. It was like my first real, like, kind of resorty vacation. I don't really ever travel, so that was really nice and relaxing. Yeah, but that's been about it. A lot of gym, a lot of golf here recently, and that's getting a little bit better slowly. Slowly. I need a lesson or something, but I'm one of those guys. I'm just trying to learn it on the fly.
You said gym and not gin, correct?
Gym, yes.
Okay. I thought, well, we can get you help. We can get you some help, Brax, if there's an issue we need to talk about.
Braxton Garrett with us now on the Hot Stove Show. My last baseball related question was at the end of the Philly series. Skip got onto the podium and very calmly, like he usually does, win or loss, he just kind of looked at us and said, they know the standard. We have a standard now, and they have to protect it. What does that mean? And what does that, I guess, mean to you? And how do you protect that standard?
Yeah, for me, to me, I don't even think we said it when we made the playoffs. It was set kind of for me midway through the season, shortly before the All-Star break, because we just expected to win. It was kind of just one of those things where we realized the team that we had, how competitive we were every single night. And, it's just one of those things, you can feel it. And we expected to win every night, and that pushed us all the way to the playoffs, with the additions of JB and Jake Berger. And so, yeah, just making the playoffs there, expecting to win every night. And, we got a little taste of the playoffs. Now we will have a lot more experience, feel a lot better going into it.
Brax, you got your golf shirt on. I hope you're going to the golf course. If you are, SPF 100, it sounds like. So take care of yourself, dude. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. And actually, we'll see you in Jupiter in a couple of months, man. It's coming up. So, Brax, it's always a pleasure to chat with you, man. Be good. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, Brax.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.